My name's Paul Horne, this is Jessica Page. We're from a small company called IPM Technologies based just out of Melbourne, and we're here to talk about controlling pests using integrated pest management. We're entomologists, and so mainly we work on insect pests but also cover mites, slugs and related things, and so we help farmers and agronomists to develop and implement IPM strategies in whatever crop they're interested in. Biological control usually to us is predators or parasites, so they're insects that eat other insects or mites that eat other mites. We abbreviate that to beneficial species, and of course there's a range of other beneficial species like bees and pollinators, but we're talking beneficials in terms of predators and parasites, so the things that actually eat the pests. If we look at the beneficial species that we want at ground level to help protect at the establishment stage, the main thing we can do for them is probably what farmers would want to do for other reasons, and that is to use minimum tillage and stubble retention. And that creates a habitat for beneficial species which provides them with food and shelter. For other species, nectar sources can make life better for things like wasps and hoverflies. The resident beneficials we can check at most times of the year because they live in the paddock, and so putting shelter traps down like tiles or sacks, we can look under those because often they're nocturnal, and then we can find beneficial species. For the transient ones like hoverflies and ladybirds, we look for eggs, look for larval stages, the juvenile stages, as well as the adults, which are more immediately recognisable. So it means someone has to go out and look specifically for beneficial species and not just pest species. So we suggest looking maybe once a week for several weeks and looking to see whether not just pest numbers are increasing or decreasing, but to see whether beneficials are increasing or decreasing. So the resident beneficial species, like the carabid beetles, will be resident and they will be there. But if, for example, there's a flight of moths, which might produce caterpillars, or a flight of aphids, there's no advantage for the beneficial species to be there before their food. So there's often a lag between the arrival of the pest and the arrival of the beneficials. Farmers and their advisors are usually very familiar with the pests and identifying pests, but less so with the range of beneficial species. And there's not a huge number of different species, but it is important to recognise different life stages. And so, for example, ladybirds and lacewings and hoverflies, we'd suggest people become familiar with both the eggs, the larvae and the adult stages, not just the adults. Identifying things is becoming easier. Everyone has a mobile phone in their pocket, so people can help if you can send a good photo.